Hi everyone, welcome in. Please like the stream. I'll be on camera in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with you, Gypsy. If you're here, let me know where the hell I don't know where my stand is at for my phone. So I gotta be off camera because I can't put my phone on the stand. All right, so Gypsy, I'm gonna start with you. Is it your same question, Gypsy? Okay. All right, let's see. All right, what are Libra's current feelings towards Gypsy? What are his current feelings for Gypsy? We got the Page of Swords, okay, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Page of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, mm, in your outcome, you have the Three of Wands and one more, and the Two of Pentacles. So, hmm, with the Page of Swords, I feel like he's very curious about you. He could be like trying to gather information on you. Um, You're definitely on his mind, but I'm getting like trying to gather information. I am getting that he is interested, but also cautious right now. Like interested in speaking to you, but being cautious. Almost like he's trying to gather more information before moving forward. This could also be gathering more information on his feelings, right? There's an energy of wanting to know you, like wanting to know something about you while keeping things light. So this feels to me like he wants to speak to you, but he may want to just bypass like the seriousness of things, like just kind of keep it kind of surface level is what I'm getting with this. With the Five of Swords, I feel like at the same time there's it's because there's inner conflict, right? So he may feel like he doesn't always handle his feelings well, or that ego and pride sometimes get in the way. This shows some tension in how he processes his emotions. He might second guess himself or let like fear cause misunderstandings within himself. I do have the Eight of Wands, so I feel like despite of that, he feels a strong pull towards you. I feel like there's like this quick energy of wanting to communicate and like build momentum, right? Or like I will say right now, there's momentum that's being built to possibly reach out. Um, See, I get like this energy from him, like feeling a sense of urgency or excitement when it comes to you, like an urgency of like coming towards you. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a call on my iPad. I gotta take this. Sorry. All right, guys, I'm back. I am back. My bad, y'all. All right, so Gypsy, let me know if you're here. Oh my God, right? Just yesterday was crazy. Anila said, "Yeah, never mind. I'll just reschedule my live. I don't feel too good, so." All right, I got you. I just been like nauseous too today. Just weird. Alright, I know I stopped at the 8 of Wands. I feel like despite the conflict that he feels a strong pull towards you, like wanting to communicate, wanting like there's like momentum building for him, and there's a sense of urgency when it comes to like communicating. I do have the Page of Cups, and I feel like there's sweetness and affection here, right? So he's feeling his feelings are soft, romantic, and maybe like a little shy. I'm feeling like he may not know exactly how to express them yet, but the energy is genuine and tender. Like kind of like when you're getting to know someone for the first time. I feel like with the King of Pentacles, underneath it all, he wants to show up as stable, reliable, and grounded. His feelings aren't just fleeting. I feel like he's thinking about how to offer consistency, not just passion. For me, this shows he sees you as someone worthy of investment, right? And then with the Nine of Cups, I do feel like emotionally, you make him feel good. So he associates you with like wish fulfillment, comfort, and joy. Um, for me, like his feelings for you are positive. I think what gets shaky is him understanding his own feelings. You make him feel satisfied, you make him feel happy, you make him feel uplifted. You're the total package. He just doesn't know how to articulate his actual feelings for you in a way that they make sense for him. um in the outcome, you have the Three of Wands with the Two of Pentacles, and I feel like with the Three of Wands, he does see potential in the connection. And I feel like he is looking forward to what could come next. He is definitely in this energy of waiting for the right time to take a big step towards you, and there's a sense of like anticipation about the future with you. I do have the Two of Pentacles, so I do feel like he's kind of juggling his emotions with like other responsibilities or priorities. Because again, I don't think he knows how to articulate his feelings for you. Like he doesn't know how to really put them together. And I feel like again, like his feelings are genuine, but he may be weighing like how to balance the connection with the rest of his life. Like he may not know how to have a relationship while still having his own life is what I'm getting. So I feel like there's still a little bit of struggle here, but he's trying to figure it out. So that's what I have for you, Gypsy. Like he does see you again, like the total package. You're coming out as a wish fulfillment for him again. It's just when it comes to like his actions, things kind of still feel stuck. So that is for Gypsy. And sorry for like making you guys wait. I didn't think that call was gonna be longer than that. I thought they were just gonna send somebody out. Alright, for Anila, Javar's feelings and next actions. Let's see, what are his feelings? Alright, we got the Seven of Cups. You're welcome, thank you. We got the Sun. So the Seven of Cups, the Sun, and the Strength card. I'm gonna start here. Um, so the Seven of Cups, I'm getting like confusion, and inconsistency in his emotions. I'm on you right now, Anila. Can you hear me? Check if you're live. Okay, you can. All right. So I'll just. I had just got started. So I got the Seven of Cups, the Sun, and the Strength card. Um, I feel like there's a bit of confusion with the Seven of Cups and inconsistency. Damn, in his emotions. I feel like there's a lot of fantasy, like illusion, and like scattered energy here, right? He doesn't. He doesn't. I feel like he clouds himself though. It's so weird because like Spirit saying he doesn't see you. He doesn't always see you or the relationship clearly. But it's him. Like he clouds his own emotions. Um. Oh, so that's why. Okay, so then that makes sense why Spirit is saying that because I'm like, why? What? That doesn't make sense to me because they're saying he doesn't always see you or the relationship clearly. Like he gets confused, right? But I'm like, he's confusing himself, but that makes sense. He clouds himself though, right? Because it's like you dodged it, but you probably been an asshole, right? So, and they're saying like his feelings are clouded and unrealistic at times. So I think when they're saying clouded and unrealistic, I feel like he may be again causing like his own like we said clouding himself and being his own block causing his own delays to the point where it's like then he puts these expectations on you and the connection that don't fucking make sense. And this is what I'm getting with his feelings. I do feel like with the Sun, on the surface, he does feel that he definitely feels drawn to you and experience. He definitely experiences moments of happiness with you. Um, it's just that paired with this freaking Seven of Cups and the Strength, um, he may like the spotlight and or like to control or the control that being in this marriage gives him, right? So like I feel like he definitely has feelings for you, right? Romantic feelings, emotions, right? But I think sometimes his ego overpowers that. Like, so the power control, like the control, having that sense of power kind of overrides his feelings. And this is exactly why he clouds himself. It's definitely what I'm getting. And I feel like this is the energy that he's in right now. He's in this energy where it's like, I do love her, I have feelings for her, but I think the ego overpowers his actual emotions and feelings, right? And I feel like, hi Sierra, how are you, love? I'm doing good. I feel like this is why there's a little confusion here. And I was trying to understand it, so I'm glad that you wrote that because now that makes sense to me. Like, he is clouding like his emotions and feelings for you because he's letting these power trips that he goes on override even himself. Like that's the thing, like he's letting like the ego override himself. Like that is scary to me, like reading that, because to me it's like you're letting something that's not good at all override even how you handle things. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying him. And I have this drum card here, so I do feel like he feels a constant need to like right now there's something about him he's like in he's feeling like a constant need to like dominate or control. I feel like he struggles with balance, right? So this could be, you know, as a man, they say like he's gonna be the leader, he's gonna be whatever. But I don't think he knows how to balance that to a point where it's healthy. And that is exactly where he's at right now. So instead of using his like gentle influence, which, you know, his strength shows up as more forcefulness, right? Which echoes, you know, like kind of like that toxic power struggle dynamic that he goes through. And again, I there's love here. There's just the craziness of this ego that he's letting kind of like be his ass. The ego is whooping his ass, to be honest. Um, all right, give me more spirit. All right, we got the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Devil. And by the way, guys, I'll be on camera in a second. I had to look for my stand. My sister's bringing it up. I had it downstairs. I forgot I had it downstairs earlier. Um, the Seven of Swords here, it just shows avoidance. Um, his feelings also include a bit of distrust and a tendency to manipulate. So I think that's the energy he's in right now. He's trying to. This is a thing. You have never given him a reason to like have mistrust, and I feel like he knows that. His The mistrust comes from other things that have happened to him that have flooded into his romantic relationships. So this could have been where like maybe he was cheated on before, or maybe, you know, he didn't have any reliable parents, right? So there's a sense of mistrust there. So I feel like there I feel like he's somebody that, yeah, like has to work on that, because he's letting it bleed into your connection, and this is why he is like that, right? I feel like he may hide his intentions. um right now, I feel like when it comes to actions, like he may be hiding, like avoiding, like you're saying, and hiding like his true intentions, um to use as like an emotional game to stay in control, um of me when he's the one who's not, girl. And that's the thing, that too, because he knows he can't be trusted. But that all comes from also too, like past stuff from him. Like he has to really like get that cleared up, because I feel like that's the biggest issue with him. If anything, that's probably the only issue with him, to be honest, because I don't get anything else outside of that from him. For him, the King of Cups is here, so deep down he does have emotional attachment to you, but he definitely represses it, and is what I was saying, like he lets the ego overpower even his emotional feelings, like being soft, or like maybe he feels that he can't be soft, you know, maybe like growing up he was told boys don't cry or boys can't be soft, and I think that it just, if anything, it's done a lot more damage to him. So instead of openly showing love, he buries it under control. So I'm getting that from him, like coming up, um like him using like emotional um games to gain some type of control. It's just so odd. And you know, again, like he's burying his emotions, like, so instead of showing love, he's burying these these feelings, um under like control, manipulation, and detachment. His feelings are definitely there, but they're just I'm sorry, distorted. I wouldn't say restored. The devil is here, and his feelings are tied to, again, obsession, control. um he feels bound to you, but not it's not always in a healthy way. It's not always in a healthy way. So there's a sense of codependency that he has when it comes to you. Again, this is a card of power struggles. um it's almost like a cycle that's gonna keep repeating with him, with you. And let's just say if he were to be with someone else, until he addresses what his issue is. um I do have, oh wait, I gotta do your outcomes, hold on. I just did the double. I was gonna say I do have the double here. All right, in your outcome you have the Lovers and the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Lovers, I do feel like he's gonna keep this connection together. I feel like even if he like says shit like we're gonna break up or whatever, we're gonna get a divorce, that is not happening. He's not gonna let it happen. It's almost to see like how you're gonna react. So this could be coming up for you guys. It's like he sees you as his, right? Like you're his wife, you're his woman, and then the other part of him sees you as his, but more so like in a possession type of way.
And it's like, yeah, despite like this is the thing, it's like he has the good angel on one side and then the devil on the other side. And I feel like he lets the devil, which is the ego, just overpower him, because it's like he feels bound to you because of emotions, romance, like attraction. But then another part of him is the power dynamic that you guys may have. And I do feel like he's turned on when you're like, when you're combative with him, like when you're fighting back, like that kind of like turns him on, and it kind of makes him want more. So I feel like this is like that hamster wheel. So I feel like coming up there could be like more toxicity, and I don't like to use that word too loosely. um the Seven of Pentacles here, so I do feel like he will continue to like, I got the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Sorry, I don't think I mentioned the Knight of Swords. He will continue to like drag things out. All right, I feel like he may promise you growth coming up, change or improvement, but his actions will be slow. They may be a bit inconsistent, um, and kind of based on keeping you invested while he maintains control. So he may be like, in this, one day he's like really toxic, the next day he's talking about growth. The next day he's like being toxic, the next day he's talking about growth. Like you're gonna maybe see a little bit of that push pull coming up. The Knight of Swords is here, and I feel like his next actions show more impulsive, like sharp communication. Could be disagreements, like very quick reactions. Um, he's like, I'm seeing him coming up tending to act before thinking. Um, and this could be like acting before thinking with good habits or bad ones. So I do feel like he has like a, there's attachment mixed with obsession, control, and deception, but also there's attachment mixed with love, you know, attraction and like caring. So I feel like he's definitely not letting this connection go, but I do see a sense of like just having a little bit more of like abusive behavior coming up. Been very distant and opposite of, yeah, and I think that's probably why he's gonna try to push your buttons. Like he's gonna try to push your limits, basically, is what I'm getting from him. Let's see. All right, my stand is back. He needs mental psychological help. I'm sick of him. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's where he's gonna be at. So just, and that's probably why, because you're nonchalant about things that, and you're not being combative, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna push until to see what happens. So yeah, I would definitely try to like ignore him. Thank you, Boom. All right, Jess, you can post. All right, let's see, Jess. Did he like any of them? Nice. Girl, all these major arcanas. I'm gonna start here. Hold on. Sorry, I told my sister to order me some. Um. All right. So you got four major arcanas out here. I feel like with the justice, I feel like, you know what I'm getting? Something, all right, so something within him, I'm trying to put this into words, made him feel like those posts were specifically for him. Um, all right, so something about your post feels to him like they were posted for him to see. Okay. um like it didn't feel random, and but at the same time it's like there is like this respect for your energy, like, so I feel like he really loved your energy. And in the photos, I feel like with the judgment, your story is definitely triggered like a sense of reflection. He may have thought about you more deeply, or even like reconsider past moments between you both. It gave him a sense of like awareness, like seeing you in a new light, or being reminded of why he pays attention to you. um with the Knight of Pentacles, he felt like that steady interest, not just surface level attraction. Your stories made him feel like you're worth paying attention to long term. So like he wants to he wants to look at you for a long time. Um, it's like he, something about the post like made him recognize your value, but in a grounded way. So you do have the Hangman. I feel like at the same time, I feel like he could be sitting back and observing, um, liking your, and then liking them, right? Just liking them, actually, like, you know, pressing the like, but also like liking them within himself. I feel like is, I mean, him liking them physically so that you know that he likes them, was his way of showing interest without pushing forward too hard. I feel like he's processing like things, taking it in, and like holding space rather than rushing in. Um, I have the Hermit, so I feel like the stories like kind of stirred some sense of quiet thoughtfulness in him. He definitely liked them, but he's internalizing rather than expressing everything outwardly. To me, this is showing like he's reflecting and watching more closely than he lets on, which we already knew that. Um, so like he was waiting for you to post something, especially of yourself, right? The Page of Pentacles, I feel like he sees potential. Um, your stories made him curious to know more and gave him a vibe that you're building something for yourself. So I feel like your confidence may be showing up a lot for him right now. And he may be seeing you as very confident, alluring, very magnetic. I feel like he felt admiration and saw you as someone with promise, like someone growing and worth investing in. Um, what is the outcome here? Your post got him thinking like hella deep. The Devil in the Reverse, the Four Cups. Yeah, I feel like he's trying not to come in being lustful. He's letting go of the lust because I feel like he knows if he could, he's seeing you worthy to the point that he feels like if I say something like lustful, she may back off, and I don't want that. So he's trying to like be more in alignment with the energy he's getting from you. Is what I'm getting here with the Lovers, like feeling attached to you, but in a healthy way. Because for me, these are the opposites. Um, like the devil is the devil, and then usually the Lovers card has the angel with them, and they're not bound, they're not tied, they're not chained up. So I feel like he's trying to balance out maybe to like his lustful energy for so that it's more in alignment with the worth that he's getting from you. So that's what I have for that question. Hi, who's in here with us? You're welcome. Oh, Carly Love, are you here? She donated before you, just. My channel reading made me happy and sad. So, Ocean, you guys had sent me something. I didn't even get to listen to that. My bad, y'all. Damn, who took their like back? All right, what do you want? So I have 3 decks, a black, purple, or orange. Carly, let me know if you want purple, orange, or black messages. All right, 1 second. And please like the stream, guys, if you're in here. All right, let's see. What does he want to say to her? What does he want to say to Carly? Let me massage your whole body. I'm afraid to open up to you. You are the best I've ever had. You are so special. I was wrong for shutting you out. Are you open to talking now? Okay, we got a few. I feel a strong pull towards you. I'm so lonely without you. I'm trying to gain knowledge on this connection. It's really hard for me to express myself. Okay, okay. What do you see in me? I'm mentally, emotionally, and physically drained. I long for your kisses. I cry at night thinking of you. And I am very sexually attracted to you. So that is for you, Carly. Thank you so much. Hi, who's in here with us? Talk to us. So has anybody been keeping up with this Cardi B trial? What she's in? Right. Right, Jess. Could you imagine if Jay ever told you, like, girl, I knew you was getting ratings on me? It's like, no. I'm just kidding. Oh my God. Like, someone told me you was getting readings on me. Yo. Right, I'm about to ask. I want to see. Like, just, you know what I'm getting? You know what? I feel like, I don't know if he would actually get a reading, but I feel like he may run into, like, those pick a card or, like, you know, the signs. That's what I feel. I don't feel like he goes to anyone, but I feel like he may have, like, yeah, run into, like, a sign and, like, or he, like, somehow comes across YouTube channel and see me be like, what the fuck? Nah, I mean, you won't be able to tell. You know how many justices are in the world? The King of Wands, let's see. Well, I didn't even ask the question. All right, does he, Spirit? Has he ever gotten a reading from her? About her? Nah, I don't, yeah, no, I'm getting a no. I feel like, but what I do say that I do feel like he has definitely watched, like, some type of astrology, like, reading, something like that. Um, you think so, Jess? Do you have it anywhere else, this profile picture? You're overthinking right now. True. That is true, but he would have to be really clever to like for it to make him stop and be like, yo, that's her. But what would give it up? Hold on. Is if you're in that moment asking about him, like using his letter J, and um and talking about his curly hair. If he come and ask him about it, just and I'd be like, oh my god, it's him. Yo, that would be crazy. Yo, that would be crazy. I'd be like, yeah, that's the love of your life. You need to get her now, because you might lose her. Well, remember, our thoughts do create. Our thoughts do create. What would you say? Hi, everyone who's coming in and out. Donations are open, guys. Right, like, what the fuck you doing? Just call me. Yes, I know that's right, Just. It's so crazy. right, Jess, you can post. Oh my god, I just got really cold. All right, let's see. How would he feel if she posted the link? Okay, I got you. How would Jay feel? Hi, Sarah Boo. Thank you for the donating. I'll add you, and I'll get your timestamp. All right, Spirit. How would Jay feel if she posted her shop, the link to her shop? How would Jay feel if Jess posted? I'm definitely curious. You're welcome. Thank you. How would Jay feel if she posted the link to her shop? So I'm getting like that first row. It feels like not. I don't think he would really understand it for some reason. Like, imagine he orders some yo. Like I feel like it will be clear in his face like what it is. Obviously, we know what messages from your person is, or like however you have it titled. But I think he wouldn't understand it being something more spiritual. Does that make sense? Like he will understand it from a surface level of what you're doing, but not really understand it from anything outside of that. So like I feel like he's unsure of how to feel about it. To be honest, with the moon, like he's wanting more information, like he's wanting to know more. Um, I feel like he may like go back and forth, like go and like read shit over and over and over, like back and forth to just kind of get clarity on it. But he wouldn't feel like it's not like a bad feeling either, because I have the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Star. So he's definitely seeing you as very loving, very nurturing. So maybe he's like thinking that this is something more on a healing level, because I do have, again, these are all cards of like spirituality, the Magician and the Star and the Queen of Cups. I feel like he's gonna see like a very softer side of you. With the Magician, again, there is curiosity of like wanting to know more, wanting to know like what like the purpose of it is. And then with the Star though, like he's viewing you as very much like independent, and in a sense of like you're creating your own future right now. You're creating your own wishes. So it's like I feel like it's also a thing where it kind of like he admires you for like having your own business basically. um yeah, that makes sense. I feel like he's gonna view you as like still like you're a boss, and he's like, I feel like the curiosity around it is gonna be too like, are you creating these messages yourself? Is someone doing them? Like what is it? Like I'm just getting a lot of very curious energy. So he may go back and forth in the on the link to see like get more information, more insight. See, I get more. So you know what his thing is? I swear, it always comes out like a little selfish, but it's like that energy of like, damn, I wish I was a part of that. Like, I want to know more about this, and like I have, I'm not a part of it because we're not together, or like we're not, in like that kind of communication. Because you guys do have some type of communication. It's just not like phone calls, right? So again, I'm getting like wanting to be a part of your life, if anything. Um, and I feel like the Page of Cups is showing again that curiosity. I feel like he's gonna be interested in knowing more about what you do. If there's anything here, the main message is him being curious and wanting to know a lot more about what you're doing. I got a lot of love messages, so I'm sure he'd be curious. Yeah, that makes sense. But you got like a really these were all good cards. I mean, the Five of Cups is there, but to me, the Five of Cups is like regret of not being around, of not being a part of something. Oh God, it's already starting to get dark early. You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom and then I'll do Sarah. Let me use the restroom. Alright, I'm back. I am back. Who's in here though? Like just watching. You guys don't think that's weird? Like you don't feel like a weirdo when you do that? And you just watching and not interacting? Alright, let's see. Oh, you guys are not talking though. That's why I'm like, who's in here not speaking? Alright, so for Sarah, let me pull up Sarah. Alright, that's what the freak? Um, PayPal. Oh wait, and then Carly, you had sent for a donation too. A second donation. I didn't know that. See, we don't know. If you guys don't tell me, I don't know unless I'm like I won't know. Yeah, I just won't know. So I don't know if you just sent it or not, but you're gonna be right after Sarah. Okay, so we'll add you. All right, let me get Sarah's readings. All right, so okay, so you just came in. All right, so for Sarah, we're gonna do timestamp an hour and 29. All right, so for Sarah, what are some of her strengths as an overall human? What are some of Sarah's strengths? What are some of Sorry, let me just send this message. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry. So with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like your strength, one of them, or Could be like overall. Um, I want to say it's like overcoming like hardships is one of the first things I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles. Um, I feel like it's also your um it's yeah, so resilience is the word I'm gonna use. So even when you've been through hardships, struggles, or like times of feeling left out, you've had the ability to keep going, or you still do. You have the ability to keep going, and finding light in dark situations. I feel like you know how to survive difficulty and come out stronger. And you literally have the strength card right after that. So to me, this is your inner calm and self control that helps you handle. Um, it's like these end of the summer little bugs that I freaking hate to see. um, yeah, with the strength I'm getting again, like that inner calmness and self control that helps you handle challenges with grace. Okay, you know when to act and you know when to stand down, right? Hi IJ, how are you? All right, by the time I get to you, you'll probably be done. um, I feel like even when things test your patience, you don't let your dark impulses take over, right? So spirit is saying like one of your biggest strengths is your quiet power to endure and lead with heart instead of force. With the Eight of Wands, I feel like you have a gift of momentum and adaptability. When opportunities come, you can move quickly and make things happen, right? So you don't stay there, you don't wonder, you don't hesitate. You also have like this magnetic energy, so you attract progress and you can create fast movement in your life when you commit yourself, right? I feel like with the Queen of Wands being here, you radiate confidence, right? The Queen of Wands for me is very confident. She's very alluring, she's very charismatic, and she takes leadership, right? Seriously, like she can be an entrepreneur. She literally gets whatever she wants. And I feel like people may be naturally drawn to your presence and your fire. One of your strengths could be inspiring others. Like you uplifts the rooms simply by being yourself. You have like this charm, um, courage, and a boldness that helps you stand out above other people. And I don't know why that made me think of like that job that you went for, and where the lady was just like, finish your degree and hit me back up. Like you stood out to them. There was just one little thing that was missing, right? That was basically out of their hands. The Lovers is here, so I feel like your strength is your ability to connect deeply with others. You value authenticity is what spirit is saying, and truth in relationships, and you have a gift of making meaningful choices in love and life. So even if you feel like, yeah, I stuck around for too long with something, or I should have cut that off, or I didn't see the signs, or however it is that is coming through for you, you still know when to cut things off, you know when to end things, you know when things are not going anywhere, and you're pretty good at picking up on that, right? Like unlike other people. Sorry, I have to get this little bug out. It's gonna bother me. I just made a mess here. Sorry, y'all. That's the little bug is gonna bother me. It's like one of those little fruit flies, but there's nothing here for it, and it's yeah. Um. So yeah, I feel like yeah, you're good with maybe like yeah. I know that you've dated a few people and it didn't turn out good, but I think that or at least what I'm getting from like spirit saying like you know when to cut things off, where there are some people that make things last so much longer, letting things linger, carrying on when they know things should be over and done. I feel like you can also bring harmony to partnerships, and see the best in people, helping them feel accepted. So this is like a strength where no matter how many flaws somebody has, I think that you can make them feel like they have none. You have the Page of Cups, so I feel like your heart is open. It's very tender, it's very soft. So you may have a gift of innocence and emotional sensitivity. Um, you feel things deeply and express love in a genuine, pure way. I feel like Spirit is saying your imagination, playfulness, and emotional openness are gifts that keep your spirit young and full of possibility. Um, Anything else for Sarah? The King of Pentacles. Yeah, look, the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. For me, I feel like you know how to lead, you know how to get into your masculine energy when you need it. And like that comes more with like finances and career. Like you know how to take the lead and also be reliable when it comes to that, when it comes to the home life, like when it comes to like taking care of the home, but also leading when you need to. Is what I'm getting here. So that's what I have for the first question. Let's do the second one. Let's see. Um, should I go for my CRN a program? I'm assuming this is a yes or no, Sarah. Um, so just let me know. Um, I know you're not here. Should she go for her CRNA program? Should she go for the CRNA program? Should she go? The Knight of Cups. I don't know how this was supposed to lie in this sideways, so I'm not taking it. The Hierophant with the Hermit and the Six of Wands. I'm getting a big yes here. I feel like your emotional balance and like maybe like you're intuitive or maybe being empathetic, that energy, like you, it will be a good program for you is what I'm getting. The Hierophant is here, so this is like higher learning. This is like a literally like an institution. This is like your subconscious. This is like something that brings like long-term stability, because the Hierophant does bring like long-term commitment to something. And then you have the Hermit with the Six of Wands. So for me it feels like about wisdom, the wisdom that you'll bring into this like career field will bring you a lot of victory and success. Like a lot of attention is what you will be getting. So I have a yes for that. And then let's see, what are the attributes that he likes about me the most? I feel like one of the main things here is like how grounded you are. I feel like you show up as very grounded to him in a sense that is almost like very calming too with this Nine of Cups. Like your calming energy. I feel like you can calm like his own inner beast. Um, I feel like he could also feel um things that he likes about you. Yeah, he did, Jess. I'm sorry. I feel like where did it go? Sheesh. Um The main thing I get here is like the nurturing. The nurturing, you're very reliable, you're very loving, very caring. You also communicate. I feel like he really likes the way you communicate. You communicate clearly, you're very direct, but you're also open to dialogue, right? Like some people may communicate, but they're not really open to having like a discussion or like understanding the other person's side, where I feel like that's how he's seeing you. This could be one of the attributes that he really likes about you the most. I feel like he likes that you're stable financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I also feel like one of the things about him, what about you that stands out to him is like how you can get yourself out of like darkness, because the 8 of Cups is here, and I always say that's my card of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So you may show up for him like someone who kind of sees life with the as the cup halfway full instead of halfway empty. And I feel like that's something that maybe he didn't have, like an attribute that he doesn't have. Like he may be a pessimist where you're more of an optimistic person. And that's what I'm getting. But again, like the emotional stability, the physical stability, the financial stability, you bring that. And I don't know if maybe in the past like he's dealt with women that were not financially stable, that they were, he needed to fully take care of them. And it's not to say that he doesn't want to be a man, but he also doesn't want someone to use him. So, and that's not how you show up. You show up as very independent, very loving, like handling your business. But you also, again, you communicate, and you know when to, I want to say, keep him on his toes, in a sense that like you're not gonna stand for the bullshit. Anything else? The 7 of Wands. I feel like your patience, but also with the 7 of Wands, so they're like opposite energy. The 7 of Wands for me can be like real like fiery, very like I'm gonna stand my ground, we're gonna battle it out. And I feel like he knows, again, like no matter what challenges you face, you've been able to overcome them. And with the Temperance, I just feel like something that he really likes is how balanced you are, and how um patient you are. So it's like very nurturing for him, is what I'm getting here. So that's what I have for you, Sarah. I hope that was helpful. And thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so next is Carly Love. You can go ahead and post. All right, let's see. What kind of do you have for Carly about her connection with you? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom. All right, show me the outcome. All right, so right away with the judgment, I'm getting like spirit is calling you to reflect honestly on this connection. This is a card of awakening, self evaluation, learning the deeper lesson here. So, the guidance I would say would be like, don't slip into old patterns blindly. Ask what this connection is teaching you. Spirit wants you to see things clearly before making any decisions. And this could be like any decisions whether, I mean, you're asking about the connection with him. So, this could be like where it's like, if you're thinking about like reaching out or like trying to make something happen, like think clearly before you make that decision. The Three of Cups is here, and I'm getting there's still a sense of joy and attraction and fun when you guys do connect. um Spirit said it's okay to appreciate the lighter side of what you guys have shared or continue to share, you know, like the friendship, the laughter, the chemistry, but also caution, because the Three of Cups also warns of keeping things surface level and too casual if you're especially if you're wanting something deeper. So this is why I would say, like, with that judgment is like saying, see things clearly before making decisions. Getting clear on like what you want. Maybe if you guys do speak at some point, getting clear on what he wants, and then kind of like for now I would just use the information that you have in order to make, you know, the decisions that you're making when it comes to this to SG. You have the Knight of Wands. um I feel like he may be coming in hot, full of passion, but inconsistent, right? So Spirit is saying, um, not mistake bursts of energy for stability. Okay. um the Knight of Wands loves the chase, okay, but struggles with the follow through. um so don't let temporary passion confuse you about long-term commitment. So again, if he's coming in hot but then gets cold, you just want to make sure that there will be stability, um if that's what you're wanting, of course. You're welcome, Sarah. So if like you're not wanting anything casual, don't do anything that will make him think that it's okay to keep things casual. You do have the Four Wands, so there is a potential for reconciliation for you guys here, or at least a moment of harmony between you guys. Um, Spirit is saying, if and when, I want to say when you guys do connect again, it may feel celebratory, like we're back on good terms. Your guidance is to like enjoy the warmth, but notice if it's still being built on a fleeting moment of comfort, or if it's built on a strong foundation. um you have the Ace of Pentacles, which this is like they're saying there is an opportunity for a new beginning, but only if it's grounded in something real, not just passion or like nostalgia. So spirits, like, they're basically saying, if you choose to reconnect, it must be with new intentions, with stability, and like clear effort from both sides, not just you or not just him. Otherwise, it may not last. The Tower is here, and this is, for me, this is going to be your biggest guidance card here. Because Spirit is warning you, any illusions about this connection will be shattered if you ignore the truth. So the Tower clears away weak foundations. So if you and your and you and I was gonna say your boyfriend, if you and SG rebuild without real change, it will collapse again. Okay, so basically be prepared for truth and upheaval, but also trust that Spirit is clearing space for your highest good. Um, with the Four Cups and the Queen of Wands, I feel like this is you just, again, getting clear on what you're wanting from this connection or any connection when it comes to romance. And if, like, having your non-negotiables is what the Four Cups is what I'm getting from that. And if any of the non-negotiables are compatible with him, then there goes your answer. Okay? Like there goes your answer, and I feel like the Queen of Wands, they're saying stay in your confidence. Remember, you have the power. You can get whatever you want. So make sure that whatever it is that you do want, you speak up on it. Because I do feel like he'll be open to it. I just think if you let him lead and you let him think that, any little effort that he gives is enough, that is exactly what you're going to receive. So make sure that you're setting the bar high, not just with him, but like with yourself, so that you don't settle. So that is what I have for you, love. You're welcome. Oh my God, was there? And last night, as I was like laying down, I was like watching my phone, and there was a butterfly on my phone. I mean, not a butterfly, a ladybug on my phone again. I had one, that's already three. And then today I go to the bathroom. Um, when I got back from doing my client's hair, and guess what? There was a ladybug on the wall in the bathroom, and it was a completely different ladybug because the one from yesterday didn't have spots on it, and it is a ladybug. I looked it up, but the one today did have spots. I said that's Mike watching me. I said that's Mike with a one of those home cameras in it. Ladybugs have really good meanings, like luck and all that stuff. Yeah, they have like really, really, really good meanings. Yeah, I said that. I was like, that's Mike watching me. Jay didn't leave his question. Oh wait, sorry, you left another question. So I'm gonna do yours. Um, since IJ's not here. All right, so let's see. And I don't have his questions. He's working, remember? Didn't he say he'll be back? Wait, what was it that I know he said he was donating. Popping in to say hi while I work, gonna donate for two. Okay, so yeah, he didn't say. Just as working. Stalking is a lot of work, right? I mean, coming or going. Like, it was like flipping back and forth. But it came out, so we're taking it. So I'm gonna just start here. Well, you know what? Let me get the rest because that one is come out. But first, they're viewing you as very stable, very reliable, very responsible, respectful, someone who kind of like I feel like they can put anything on your plate and you'll get it done, right? So and also very trustworthy. I'm getting also too very, very hardworking. I'm getting like good leader, just good person in general, like overall. But I'm also seeing like empathetic. Like I feel like again, like I feel like they're not really surprised of your growth because it's like they know this is who you are. You're how can I say it? They value you to a point where it's like they're not surprised of you wanting more and more. And I feel like again, seeing you as very hardworking, you get shit done. If they put the world on your hands, like you're gonna take care of it. Um, I feel like with the Knight of Cups, they may see as someone that's very nurturing, very caring. You care about your job, you care about the people you work with, and you bring lightness to the field. The sun is all about happiness and joy, very positive energy. That energy of like you literally like I know it's gonna sound cheesy, but like you radiate sunshine. So maybe like when you're not around, things feel a little dull and like quiet. With the hangman too, I think this feels to me like they're viewing you as someone who is a good student. So like you are able to learn things, but not in a way where it's like, some people will be like, I already know how to do that, but they may not, or even if they do, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna teach you my way. Well, you're the total opposite. You're quick to like learn and you're open to learning. So like you also think outside of the box is what I'm getting. Anything else for Sarah? The Six of Pentacles. You're very balanced. I feel like there could be some that feel like there's a little bit of mystery behind you. So maybe at times you're very reserved, but I feel like they enjoy that. I'm getting like someone who's very balanced and you're also very helpful. Um, so for me it's like the Six of Pentacles is like people that have their hand out, like they may act like this could be like the know-it-alls that don't know, but but either way, like you're still willing to help them is what I'm getting. So you're very helpful. I feel like the moon again, there's like some may feel like there's a mystery, but I think it's more so when you're quiet and more reserved. Um, so that's what I have for that. That was a good spread. They're like straightforward. And thank you again, Sarah. All right, IJ, you don't have to rush, but whenever you're ready, you can post. All right, got you, IJ. Give me a quick second, y'all. I have to stretch. I'm sorry, I have to stretch. Give me a second. Yo, I had to stretch. I wish I could post memes on here too. Now she feeling strategic. Yo. Alright. Alright, what should I Jay know about this vision that he had? I don't know why I just got so sleepy. What does Jay need to know about this vision he had? That was way too many cards. This came out sideways. I'll take it. Yo, IJ earlier. Yo, we was saying some fucking dumb shit. We were like, yo, what if Jay come in here requesting a reading about Jess? I'm gonna start here. Let me just send this. We were like talking all this shit like, yo, what if he comes in here, gets a reading? Oh, IJ, I gotta read you my channel reading from yesterday. I'm not gonna read it on here, but I'll send it to you. What the fuck, man? I feel like I can't spell right now. Yeah, my back is killing me today. Plot twist, Miss Possessed. Oh my god. And you gotta be like, this is not IG. I'll be laughing if Miss Possessive or the crazy one come. Yo, imagine the crazy one in here. Thank you, Sarah. All right, you'll be after Jess. All right, so not that's a fake name, fake profile picture. Yo, I was thinking about turning my. Y'all know I have my little burner account on here, using like. Damn, I can't even say. Well, no, I'm not gonna do it anyways. I was gonna look for my profile picture was gonna be Britney Spears when she cut her hair off. No, she didn't. Yo, clickbait. Um. All right, IJ, let me get started. So the Ten of Cups is here. We know what this card is, right? Um, I feel like the vision reflects your deepest emotional desires. Spirit is showing you the potential future where emotional fulfillment, love, and family like harmony exists with Nat. But I'm not gonna say potential future, but I do feel like, so remember how I said like there's different timelines. So it's kind of like you're impressing your subconscious, and it's being impressed in such a way that you're literally looking at your future. Okay. um I feel like it's obviously we know it's not random. It's something I always tell people, like, you can't believe in coincidences and believe in manifestation. Is you gotta choose one or the other, because there's no such thing as coincidences and manifestation. Because once you start to think there is a coincidence, you're giving your power away, right? And I feel like it's your subconscious and your higher self revealing what's possible when alignment is reached. So like right now, I always tell everyone this, I try to remind people this, you're not affirming or manifesting to get something. You're affirming as a reminder of what you already have, because that's why we affirm as if it's already yours, right? So to me this is like it's but what happens is we're affirming to get into alignment with that tangible thing that we with that tangible experience, right? This is the future I'm choosing, and it feels, yeah, exactly. So it's like, again, that energy of like you're claiming it, right? When you're affirming, you're also affirming as quote unquote a reminder. People get all that tied up, but you're not creating, in a sense. I mean, you are the creator of your reality when you're affirming, but you're not creating this future because this future already exists. It wouldn't if you, this is the thing, if it didn't exist, you wouldn't be able to see it. So it already exists, it's there, and you're impressing your subconscious so much that you're just getting like a preview of it, right? With the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, I want to say this is showing, these are the two knights of a lot of intensity, things moving fast, um and with urgency. And I feel like the vision feels strong because your spirit is rushing towards it, right? The passion with the Knight of Wands and determination with the Knight of Swords. It's almost like a signal, like a signal where I would say, like, how can I put this? Like, this is what I want, and I want it sooner rather than later. So you are definitely in that energy where you're like, I manifest instantly rather than like I'm chasing this and being hopeful that it's coming. Is I think that you're entering a place of like knowing and confident about it. So I feel like things are gonna start moving even faster. Um, I feel like they're saying you should know that the vividness comes from your energy aligning faster with its desire. So you're definitely aligning with it a lot faster than. And you know what? I was thinking about this earlier with you, IJ. I meant to send you a message because I don't know why I was getting this message. Like, and this just reminded me of that where I was saying like you have no resistance because you haven't had a bad experience with her, right? So I feel like this is a good thing like for you to stay consistent because you can and will get faster results because you're not fighting through anything in particular with her, right? At least not that I know of. You know, it's not like you guys have been together and you broke up and then you're trying to reconnect. Is a little bit harder for that to happen. I mean, and for I wouldn't even say harder. I'm not gonna claim that, but it's a little, but it is. Is there's a little bit more resistance when you already had an experience with someone, where with her you haven't quite had an experience with her that can leave a, you know, could have you like a little bit back and forth with your thoughts. So you're also gonna see a lot more. Um, Look at the freaking flute fry. I've been trying to kill this bitch for like y'all, I gotta get her. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Hold on. Let me grab this spray because it's like it's not letting up. All right, it's dead now. I just sprayed it with bleach. There you go. I sprayed you with water so you could just go, but you just couldn't. Um, Now you're dead. Now you're dead. Um, so you're gonna see a lot of movement. Um, I feel with the King of Swords, this is like this card is saying stay clear headed. Spirit wants you to separate fantasy from clarity, not because the vision isn't real, but because you need wisdom and discernment in how you move forward. I don't I want to say it's more so analyze, reflect, and choose your actions carefully instead of reacting impulsively. And yo, I this just reminded me of something I watched earlier. The For some reason this week I've been seeing like a lot of videos where they talk about when God reveals your person, right? And you know, the guy was saying like sometimes things could get a little weird because like you know, but the other person like they may not know it yet, right? But they're still acting on things that show you that they kind of know something, right? So like with, and I would say with this is more so like just move with clarity, continue to do what you're doing, continue to like affirm, visualize, like bring, I would say just align yourself to that version of you who has it all, right? Who is experiencing this tangible thing rather than getting too caught up in the little things, right? Um or getting too ahead of yourself in, and I mean in the 3D. Okay, not in your head. In your head you could get it way ahead of yourself. You could create whatever you want. We already know that. But just being mindful of like your actions in the 3D where you don't want it to, you don't want to hinder the connection. Um and you just want it to like flow organically. Okay, like just make sure that when you, whatever decisions or like actions you take towards her are not too far out that maybe she feels a little like, whoa, where did that come from? Because I feel like she's still aligning to that version. Because obviously, if she was, then you guys would be together now. So, but, and I was saying it like that in a harsh way, but just she still has ways to go, is what I'm getting. So you don't want to push too far out that it kind of pushes her away. Um, because the 3D is it's not quite ready yet. It's still marinating is what how I could put it. You have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles here, which she came out with the Death card. So I feel like for me this is powerful because you literally have the partnership energy, the stability, the commitment, the grounded love, right? Um Spirit is saying this vision is about building something lasting and abundant with her. Um the Death card clarifying it says this requires transformation. And I feel like it's transformation on both ends, right? So this is what I was saying, like the 3D is still marinating, which is what I was getting with that Death card. So just keep doing what you're doing, obviously interact with her in the 3D like you normally. I feel like you're gonna know because she's gonna take some type of action towards you, and that's when you'll know. I feel like that's when you really have the green light to go all out because she's gonna say something. So this is again like this requires transformation of like old patterns, fears, external quote unquote blockages. I don't believe in blockages, but that's the word Spirit is using. Must die away for the reality to manifest, right? I feel like you can't. They're saying like you can't step into the future while holding on to the past version of yourself, or the connection, right? And again, you're the one that's manifesting. So technically, she's gonna align to the version of you that you say she is. Um, and I'll talk to you about this a lot. So I feel like the vividness of today's vision is just confirmation. Definitely not a passing thought. We know it's not random. We know it's not a coincidence. It's like a strong pull from your higher self toward an emotional fulfillment. Um, well, I would say towards an emotionally fulfilled timeline with her. Right. Right, exactly. No, and you do, and that's why I tell people all the time, like when it comes to this, like you're gonna see the changes because you're gonna make different decisions. You're gonna be thinking different. Um, sometimes your old self is gonna come up, so you'll be back and forth, but they'll happen. That's why I tell people all the time, is like the work that you put in. If you're not gonna put work in, like I've had people that coach and they're like, yeah, well, I just don't have time to do that. So then why are we on this phone? Because it ain't a magic trick, you know it's not a magic trick. Either you put the work in or you don't. And if you don't, that is on you because I'm definitely not going to force you. And I'm not doing the work for you either. All right, let's do part second question. How is she feeling about strategically liking IJ stuff? How is Nat feeling about strategically liking IJ? And just we can close donations at I want to say in 10 minutes. Or we could do 9:30 on the dot. You know what, IJ? It's so funny because, okay, I got two different energies here. So I do get that some of it is strategically, and then another part of it is just at random. Like as she sees it pop up, she's liking stuff, but she's definitely in a strategic energy because I have the Queen of Swords and then right now I have the freaking Two of Wands. So I feel like how she's feeling, I feel like she's thinking more than feeling, if I'm being honest. Um, the Knight of Cups is here, so it's like her kind of like coming in with considerably like romantic gestures by liking your posts. We live in a social media world, so this was like, when Instagram first started, then we knew likes were, it was just what it was, right? Like even on Facebook, it's just somebody like your picture. Now we kind of know this is the way of people communicating, um, in their own kind of way. So I feel like, yeah, like this is her coming in with her little charm, wanting to again show up for you. The Empress is here with the Queen of Swords, so I do feel like I said, a part of her is strategic, but another part of her is not, because the Empress is usually in that receiving end, but the Empress is also the creator of life. So this is like her way of creating it. So how I'm getting it is like there's times where she will specifically like open up your account, like search you and go in there and like see what you posted. But then there's other times where she's just seeing it on her timeline. So I want to say, like, for some reason I'm getting, like, I don't know why I'm getting that she did not see the picture that you posted of yourself. She may, but I feel like she may still not like it, or she may like this picture a few days from now, is what I'm getting. I think that she's trying to not be as, because I have the Fool here, so the Fool could be like very carefree, like I'm just going with the wind, trying to, but for me it feels like what she's doing is like creating some type of breakthrough here with, again, when it comes to like communication and a new beginning. With the Justice card, I do feel like, again, like she's not seeing everything that you're posting um right away, but eventually at some point she is seeing it. And then I have the Two of Wands, which there is planning going on, again, that strategic energy. But for some reason I'm thinking about, like, remember that reading that I got that you did? This was a few weeks ago, where I said she's trying to slow down on the stalking, like the lurking, and like, oh my God, you know what? This makes sense. Oh my God, IJ, remember when I said that right in that reading? And I said she's kind of like trying not to be like that person. She's trying to change and not be that person where she's like lurking and like trying to find info. And I feel like lurking became uncomfortable for her. And this is why she followed you, because it doesn't feel so like weird to her. Does that make sense? Because that just came through for me. Like, it doesn't, she doesn't feel weird. Like, I think that she's felt weird by like lurking and kind of like stalking. And so I think like her following you kind of eases that, like, from her mind. But with the Two of Wands, I do see her watching. She's for sure watching, and she's for sure planning. So there is strategy here. She's, how I can say, like, feeling, I think she's thinking more, but she's feeling good in general. And I do feel like this is her way of like showing up for you, which we have seen in the cards before. Show me more. It makes sense. Okay, good. I'm like, some things just click randomly. The Wheel of Fortune. Yo, look. With the Queen of Cups and the Six of Cups, yo, a lot of feminine. She's definitely in her feminine energy. A lot of feminine energy, a lot of softness. Expect more of these things, but like I said, I feel like liking your pictures is coming up. Um, I feel like she likes seeing like those history posts. Um, I definitely feel like she likes seeing that. For some reason that shows up. Like, I feel like when you post like nostalgic things, like maybe even you as a child, it gives her a sense of like knowing and learning about you, looking from the outside in. She's feeling good. She's feeling good, IJ. And I feel like there is a lot of emotional feelings that she's putting into this, to with her logic. And then like there is emotional feelings that I feel like things that kind of like move her are, like I said, the history post, like that stuff like that she likes. And not to say that so you can post like a bunch of stuff, but I think that when she sees that stuff, it gives her like a sense of like knowing a part of you. Yeah, just you know what? We could do 9:30. That's fine. Yeah, we'll just finish. We'll just close off at 9:30. I'm good with that. And you can post when you're ready. Oh, and thank you, IJ. If I didn't say thank you, my bad. My bad. All right, let's see. Just 1 second. Oh wait. Sarah, were you asking about the how the doctors view you? Cause I already did that one. Cause that's the last donation I got from her, and I already did that question. I thought she was here when I started it. That's why I didn't do a timestamp. Let's see. What is coming towards us? All right, the Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Four of Swords. Girl, do we have to ask? It's clearly what's coming towards you. The Justice of Two of Cups. Girl. Girl, I feel like this whole reading is about him. Sorry, I'm just sending my sister some info. So, I feel like, oh, give me 1 second. Um, Not to play with fire a little. You could take Sarah off because I already did the question she sent. I'll have to confirm with her if she comes back in. Um, so right now, your like spirit saying with the Nine of Pentacles, your independence and self growth are key here. This card shows you as standing in confidence, building your own success, and radiating self worth. What's coming first is you embodying a strong magnetic energy that actually draws your guy back in. Your glow up will be part of what calls him forward. So, which is what's happening now. And I feel like with the Four Wands being here, to me, reunion is definitely being highlighted. This is a joyful reconnection. I'm getting like a lot of harmony around it. Even like going out and celebrating. I feel like the relationship has a potential to feel more stable and solid when you guys come back together. So it is gonna be more stable and solid like than it was in the past. You have the Four of Swords, so there is still a pause before action. I feel like during this time it it's allowing both of you to like rest, reflect, and heal. It's like preparation time for what's coming, right? So like keep working on yourself, keep doing what you're doing, because it is bringing him in. With the Page of Wands and the King of Wands, communication will for sure restart, and he is going to start it. It may be lighthearted, flirty, or curious at first, especially with that Page of Wands, and then he steps into like that King of Wands energy, very bold, decisive, passionate, possessive. His action will grow more confident as things unfold. um with the Three of Pentacles, I am getting like rebuilding. The connection like definitely has to be reconstructed on a stronger foundation, obviously, right? And it's gonna require like true collaboration, not it being one-sided. And I feel like that's where it's heading. So like in a way, like while you're in this energy of preparation, so is he, is what I'm getting. And like that's coming towards you. Like you're gonna see things that he posts that's gonna show growth. You're gonna see things, he's gonna like things that you post that show growth. Or he's like that literally seeing you as growing. The Six of Cups is here, so again, reconciliation is super strong. He's gonna return with warmth, nostalgia, and like affection. I feel like expect him to reach out in a way that taps into like the emotional bond um that you guys already shared at some point. So this could be like him just responding to something you post, I feel, or just like being like, oh, remember when we did this, or like remember this, like him just reaching out something really random. Balance is definitely coming back in for you and the connection, not just the connection, but like you yourself, your life, and in every like department. And I feel like the lessons of this like time apart will bring fairness and accountability and truth, which is coming from him. What was one-sided or out of balance in before will be corrected. And you literally have the Two of Cups here, which is a true romantic connection and the possibility of like a partnership being renewed. It's more about love when I'm not possibility when it is renewed. It's gonna be love, union, and mutual affection coming back around, okay, on a mutual ground. And with the Magician and the High Priestess, I feel like this is a connection that's highly spiritual and manifesting behind the scenes. So there's things that you're not seeing. I think this comes up for you a lot. I feel like the way you're calling him in energetically, he's definitely feeling it. um he's also like aligning in his own way, even if silently. So I feel like the bond is being guided. They're using this word and I don't want to use it. Divine timing. But, I don't use that word, so I gotta say it when they say it, but you know what it means. Like, you divine timing for me means that it's happening right now, okay? Um, the Four of Pentacles is here, and I feel like he's still holding on tightly. Yeah, like why? He's still holding on tightly, even in separation. Like I feel like he hasn't released you emotionally. He may resist change or be slow to open up, but he's clinging to the connection at a soul level. He's not letting this go. So that is what I'm seeing coming in. I feel like you're gonna continue to rise in your power for now, coming in, like you're getting more and more in your power, and the more you glow, the more he's like coming in. Like the stronger the pull is for him to come in. So that is what I have coming towards you, Jess. I know, Jess. I hate that phrase. IJ, you can post when you're ready. You're gonna ask about that crazy Aries. So Sarah, you know what? I did your question a while back. Was it the one about the doctors? Because you know what? I did it. You were in here, like you were talking to us, and I literally started it right then and there. So you must have left. Okay. So I did not do a timestamp for it because you were in here when I started. But you must have left because I swear I thought you, I mean, you were definitely commenting when I started shuffling. But yeah. So I don't have the timing for it. But it had to be like maybe like, oh shit, I don't even know. It had to be like at least a half hour earlier, maybe even before that. All right, let's see. All right, for IJ. You're good, Sarah. Did she post that in response to me? Let's see, IJ. Um, I mean, I couldn't give you a specific. I mean, you can. Like, I'll do that for you, but I don't know if I can give you like a set outcome. You could, if you want to ask Night, I could do yours. That's fine. I would just say with lawsuits for me, it's just a little bit more. I don't know if it's because I've been in the legal. I used to work for law firms for years. That the legalities like changes so much that giving a tarot answer sometimes I mean, I can give the answer, it's not a problem, but I just know that it definitely with lawsuits, a lot of things change quickly. All right, so for IJ, she said first, the Five of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Swords. You definitely inspired the post. You definitely inspired the post. She's in a real weird energy with all these swords out here. She's definitely plotting. Look. Her and fucking Nat on the same side. That's crazy. So, yeah, here we go. Another little strategizer. She's the, I want to say yes. I feel like she's trying to get some type of attention here. Um, at the same time, she was inspired. Like, she was like, oh, I got some cool shit to post too. But definitely because of you. And I'm getting like this energy of her being very like dramatic right now. Very, she's in her feelings about something. Something has happened to her with this Five of Swords. That's going on in her personal life that has her like mentally drained. So she's definitely trying to get some attention from you. It was definitely like clickbait. It was definitely clickbait, and she's trying to pretend like that's not what she's doing, but it is. Um, but it is, and it's coming in a little like very impulsive energy. Show me this Five of, yeah, she's going through something. She's going through something with that Five of Swords. There's something that has recently happened that she's walking away from. So she is a bit guarded, but at the same time, she's wanting to be seen. Yeah. Like I said, wanting to be seen, wanting to be noticed, specifically by you. This one, yes, I would say this one is specifically for you to give her some sense of attention. Um, so yeah, that's what I have. It was just like clear, straight to the point. I don't think I have any. Sarah doesn't have anything else to say. Not her in the bikini, yo. Yo, look, something changed in her life that has her doing like very chaotic things right now. Very chaotic things, like very drastic things, like very like, again, very impulsive, very much not giving a F. So that is for you, IJ. You're welcome and thank you. I'm tired. I'm gonna definitely like take a shower and lay the freak down. I'm gonna take a shower and like chill. take another shower. So I will see you guys. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit too, my members. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.